Before we go ahead and jump into shark-infested waters, let's talk about 5 games you could play before ManEater. What up everybody, welcome to Games of Fury. I'm your host Mike Fury and I make videos to inform and entertain, so please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content, and let's get right to the list. At number 5, Skyrim. Now Skyrim brings a whole lot of content and multiple ways to play it, but there's certain missions in that game that allow you to become one of 2 different types of monsters in an open world setting. So therefore ManEater, which is a shark open world underwater adventure, this would fit right in, because in Skyrim you actually get to become a werewolf and or a vampire lord, and there you could cause as much destruction and havoc as you want in an open world setting. That's how it fits, and I promise that this one's the only one that's a bit of a stretch. At number 4, we have Prototype. Prototype was this really cool open world where you got to play as a human who has been infected by this weaponized virus. And all of a sudden, you start experiencing different things. Your body gets to turn into blades and certain spikes, and you get to do certain moves and hammers. And it's just this really cool concept of basically giving you a playground where you can basically destroy everything. Now, the cool part about Prototype is that you actually play the bad guy. He's the actual bad guy in the game. It's really gritty, really dark, and you go and consuming humans, and that's where the correlation to ManEater is. You actually get to consume other sharks, other different types of animals, turtles, and things of that nature. While in Prototype, you get to consume other humans, other vehicles, you get to control certain areas. Like, it's really, really cool, and I like the fact that this type of game exists, even though it gets lost in the shuffle. At number 3, we have the really awesome alien-filled underwater adventure known as Subnautica. Subnautica is this underwater open world survival game where you basically have to survive, as simple as it may be. Now the cool thing is that you actually get to scavenge materials, you get to upgrade weapons, there's certain RPG mechanics that are in play here, but the awesome part is the underwater world filled with alien fish and alien, basically underwater life, and it's just so engrossing. Like, the experience is like in your face, and you really can't, like, as soon as it grabs you and gets a hold of you, kind of like an octopus, you're stuck. You're really not going anywhere, and it's one of those amazing games that just has a really cool aesthetic because it's beautiful sometimes, it's terrifying in others, and it's sometimes a mix in between, and it's just a great game. And I do advise everybody to go try out Subnautica. It should have been free a while back in the EGS store and the Epic Game Store, but I digress. You can find it right now roughly around the $20 mark, $15 mark. Go out and cop it. Subnautica is a great game. At number 2, we have Depth. Now, Depth is this really awesome survival horror underwater game that kind of follows the same vein as the Dead by Daylights of the world, the new Predator hunting grounds of the world, the Friday the 13th of the world. Those type of games where 4 players get to go up against a certain behemoth or a certain monster. This is right up your alley if you want an underwater adventure. This is a really cool multiplayer game that has awesome graphics and just the mechanics of you being the shark and actually having to basically farm and get stronger before you go ahead and attack the divers and kind of use stealth and feast in the ocean, different types of animals, and earn evolve points, eventually getting your shark to become this huge great white and making it menacing, and like having these fights end up in like this final showdown, you versus all the divers. And if you're good enough, you can even do it before your shark evolves. And that type of gameplay, that type of tension is so awesome in these games. I love Dead by Daylight. I think this game would be awesome. And the cool part about this one is that this game could be found really cheap. I've seen it at as low as $10 on PC. And I can't wait till they eventually bring Depth to the consoles. At number 1, we have 2 free mobile games. Yes, a mobile game made the top of the list. Reason being is probably because this is the best shark game you could possibly get for free. So definitely check these games out. It's going to be Hungry Shark Evolution and Hungry Shark World. Hungry Shark World has this cartoony art style and I think is the newer game and has better mechanics than Hungry Shark Evolution, but Hungry Shark Evolution is the originator. It's awesome. You get to fight certain big beasts, creatures of the deep blue sea, and it's just so cool. It's made by Ubisoft. You can find a couple of these. If I'm not mistaken, Hungry Shark World could be found on consoles completely for free, and sometimes I've seen it for like $5 or something like that. But it's a really cool game where you actually get to play as a shark, evolve the shark. The more different types of animals you collect, the longer you have to survive, and your blood or your health in reality shortly degrades, or your hunger. So it has really a lot of really cool mechanics. The graphic appeal of it, it's completely free, and I would recommend it to absolutely anybody who wants to scratch that itch of playing as a shark. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what other games I might have missed where you play as a monster or can be correlated to ManEater. Let me know down in the comment section down below. And as always, you guys, I am your host, Mike Fury. It has been my pleasure. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Until next time, you guys, Mike off.